It is a big week for gold and silver coming ahead this week. We will take a look at the gold, silver, platinum prices, of course. We'll also do some live chart requests, I think, too. We wanted to look at Tesla last week, and there was another one that I needed to do from last week, which I'll get to this week. We'll do those towards the end of the show. Look, if you're watching this on the replay, use the time codes below. It's the easiest way to go to your favorite part. But if you're watching this live, you get to enjoy everything we do here at Good Morning Stackers, your week daily live show with me, Joe Main, within the first 1 minute of the show. However, we do the Synchronised Slurp. That's where you grab a tasty beverage, I grab my tasty beverage. What is it? That's water. But you can grab a tasty beverage of whatever choice that is. The rule is, though, you must audibly slurp it. It is the honor system here in the GMS family within the first 1 minute of the show. 5, 4, 3, let's do it together. 3, 2, 1, go. My name is Joe Main. I have worked in the precious metals industry, retail industry in Australia for 11 years. I worked at Goldstackers, then Bullion Now, then Ainslie Bullion, and I even started my own bullion business a number of years back. But now I do this show every single weekday. Gold, silver, economic news, price analysis, blah, blah, blah. And what I also do during the day is I help you launch and grow on social media, YouTube channels in particular for businesses, but I do Instagram for businesses, I do Facebook, all that. I'm the social media dude. And it's not just for precious metals. I do it for all kinds of clients, all kinds of companies. So if you have a company, if your friend has a company, your neighbor's dogs walker has, I'll do the dog walking company. That's cool too. Send them my way. And the way you can do that as well is you can send them over to Instagram.com/It's Joe Main. Instagram.com/It's Joe Main. I have a bunch of free content about how to create consistently engaging content, how to create a community, a family, etc., to build your customer base, whether you're a brand new business starting out or whether you are looking to increase your business or whether you're one of the big boys too. I actually do all of it, all and above. So head over there, It's Joe Main, Instagram.com/It's Joe Main, free content. Then if you want to know more, if you want to work with me personally, you send me a DM. We talk about whether it's actually going to work for you. Probably will, I'd imagine. And then as the dirty, greedy capitalist I am, you pay me money, $1 million. And that's how it works. So, of course, in the first few minutes of the show, we do the shout outs, then we'll get straight into gold, silver, and platinum analysis. And then we'll do some live stuff, some live looks, first looks, and that's it. We get out of here. GMS from CT, who is living in the Lone Star State in Texas. Mark, Florida, always good to see you. GMS. GMS means good morning, stackers. Jason Ashworth, morning, Joe. Where's my GMS, bro? Jason. 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 What's that from? Black Coal says GMS. Pete Repeat says GMS too. It is Monday, the 5th of August, 2024. It may be somewhere else. It might be Sunday evening. For other people watching internationally. We have lots of international subscribers as well. GMS, hi everyone. Enjoy your day. Got to go. Appointments. You got to do what you got to do, Hazza, and that's completely okay. Let's get straight into gold and silver's big week this week. I'm going to share the screen and we'll show you the charts. And then we'll talk about Perth Bullion Exchange, my brand partner. We'll do that at some point within the show. But we've got to talk about gold and silver. Let's go. We'll do gold first. Okay. So it feels like to me, and this is just a feeling, gut feeling, intuition, blah, blah, blah. But it does feel like this week is the week. It's kind of like the make or break kind of week. Now, what do I mean by break? I don't mean prices just going down from here. What I mean is just we're currently up above a certain level. My final hurdle for all-time highs is $2,430. While we are above that, particularly while we have closed any day above that, preferably a week, but any day, I'm saying, and I'm very confident, that new all-time highs coming imminently within a few weeks rather than a few months down the track while we're above there. But it's kind of like make or break here. For me, what do I mean by break though? Closing any day below 2,430 signals to me we're not there yet making new all-time highs. Hey, we're going to make new all-time highs in months from now, in years from now, we are going up. We are going up over the longer term, over the next, 4 to 10 years, roughly, definitely. I give that basically a definitely, not 100%, but pretty much, and that's why you're in the precious metals too. But just for the next, weeks and few months, if we close back into this range, well, then we're just back into this range, and I can't tell you we're making new all-time highs quickly. That's it. But that might be really good news for you, because you might not be done. You might have just found gold and silver stacking yesterday, okay? You may have just found this show. You may have just started getting into it, and you're nowhere near done purchasing. Well, hey, great news for you, because you want to see it range or even go down a bit so that you can average your cost in. You can dollar cost average, which of course is the best way to go. But just quickly, a bit of indecision here, though, on gold. Again, this is gold on the daily time frame price in US dollars, $2,442.50 right now. We closed last week, we were talking about this level. What do you know? It was a level of support. We broke through it. I said, watch out for new all-time highs coming very soon. We just need to remain above 2,430 or close above it. We did have that day on Thursday, that would have been. We spiked down to 2,430, closed above it. That's great news. Here, look at this indecision in the market. It didn't know which way it wanted to go. It didn't know whether it was Arthur or Martha, as a very old saying right there. Spiked up to 2,477, a near new all-time high, but not near enough. The high there was 2,484, roughly. And then, which way did it go first? Yeah, no, it made the play for it first, and then it was a failed move. So this is a 4-hour time frame, right? Failed move to make a new all-time high, fast move to the downside, down below 2,430. If you were watching it down here and you thought, oh no, we're done. No, you've just got to wait to see what it does. This is the 4-hour candles, right? You've got to wait to see what it does on the dailies. That's the main ones. The dailies, the weeklies, and the monthlies are your big ones, right? So we closed above it. So we're still looking good. And I have to say for now, while we're closing above 2,430, new all-time highs coming for gold, okay? And I've been saying that the next breaks new all-time highs will be above $2,500. It makes the most sense. If we come up here, this is going to break this time, in my humble non-financial advice opinion. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and I will admit it. But I think this will break this next time, as I said, and we're not going to just go to here and then blub, blub, blub. We're going to break out for sure. And I would say to, probably, and I'm not saying we're doing this in the next, few weeks, exactly, but I'm saying when we do break, it will break 2,500, and you're probably looking at like 2,550 to 2,600 probably before we come back and test. And we will, I pretty much guarantee you, we will test this uptrend line. Once we break out, we will come back and test it. That's pretty much a solid there. So look, gold again, positive with it. We're above 2,430. Negating all that, obviously, as I said, breaking below. Watch out for 2,350. Big line in the sand. You don't want to break that. If you break that, then we're coming down to this uptrend line, as I've been talking about. You could bounce here. Okay, it's not a guarantee that you break and then head down to the best buy zone, but out of interest, best buy zone 2,250 to 2,150. That's a best buy zone for me. If it got down to these prices, I would be considering personally getting a bit more gold. But that's just my opinion. I don't go dollar cost average these days. I'm kind of almost done with my buying, pretty much. But if it got down to here, I'm like, ooh, that looks interesting. Anywhere down there, I'm like, haha, okay, in this zone. So that's for gold, though. Silver, different story. So watch out for 2,430 to remain. This is on the weekly time frame. That was the daily, sorry. Show you the weekly, and you do want to see the relative strength index. Okay, I really need you to caution you about this, though. Extremely overbought. We went into it. We've been talking about this for a while. We went into extremely overbought in the early April, and the relative strength index on the weekly time frame had been trending down, even though we'd been making higher highs, right? That gave me pause to think this may not be too sustainable. So really that 2,430 is key for me. If it did tick over here and it ticks back down. This is like a little fake out here, comes up to extremely overbought, comes back to test the top range of overbought, the top end right here at 70, and it turns over here. Absolutely not surprising at all, because we have spent a decent amount of time in extremely overbought on the weekly time frame. Okay, so if it does head down here, don't act too surprised. In my humble opinion, I don't think you should be too surprised because of this relative strength index on the weekly time frame. What is, what's less likely? What is less likely is that you see a move right back up into extremely overbought up here, and then it spends a massive amount of time up here. No, probably not. Okay, so just keep that area in mind on the monthly time frame. Although the good thing on the monthly right here is that we are in extremely overbought, but we haven't spent a decent amount of time there. So yeah, you could see, a couple of months, of making new all-time highs, but it will tick over eventually. Okay, on the monthly, what is the positive? Again, the monthly on the positive, excuse me, I don't want to give you motion sickness. Right here, good to see. Good to see. Again, we're above that 2,430. Again, that's just that key level. Don't want to close any week, any day, or even any month below 2,430, which would say, okay, that's pretty much it for gold. And watch out for the up targets for the new subscribers. I've had 7 or 8 new subscribers over the weekend, so welcome to you. The target for the next decent high, not saying it's the peak of the bull market at all, but 2,875 to 3,000 would be an area of resistance that you would want to watch out for. And that's it. That's for gold. Let's take a look at silver. Slightly different story for silver. $28.50 US cents, as I've been saying. While we are below this downtrend line, particularly while we are below around about 29 US dollars, then you've just got to watch out for, or it's more likely that you head back into the best buy zone, which is $28 to anywhere down to 26 US dollars. On the weekly time frame, I've been talking about this being a big week. It is a big week for me. Got to see it close above 20. Look, 28.80 is technically that level there, but I really want 29. And I should probably even consider moving that line, and I think I will. I'm going to move it right there. 29, that's really where I want to see it close above. That says to me, okay, looking really good. Okay, on the daily time frame, I did caution you last week sometime, I think it was Thursday or Friday. Once we broke out of here, but it was a fake out, we came back down and I said, watch out for the top end of the best buy zone to be touched, or at least, go down. You don't want to see it close below there. We did see a touch of it. Okay, that's pretty obvious stuff here. Resistance here. Okay, it's pretty obvious. So we did see that. Not out of the woods yet, though. Okay, I am moving that up to 29. Just that there, 29, 28.50. No, 29 right there is the clear mark now for me. And obviously, I think you can see why as well, because look at this. Spike, close above, spike, close above. That was positive. Then that fake move, that fake out. Down here, back above. Yeah, and see there, close the spike to there, but closed below 29, closed below 29, spike, closed below 29, closed below here. This general area is the big line in the sand of resistance for me. So if we head back down and we close below 28 US dollars, then I would say, geez, it's probably like a 90% chance that we see lower prices from here. Okay, I won't say all the way down to 26, but that is the bottom end of my best buy zone. So that's why it's a really big week for me. We got to see it close this week above 29 US dollars. Really want to see that. So weekly, if we do come down, again, I did post this on the Gold Silver Stackers Australia forum. Is this good news or bad news for you? If we do close below, or the week below $28, it's really likely that we come down here. Is that good news for you? Because again, you're looking to load up. Fantastic. Great for you. If you're just getting into the market, I want it to keep going up from now. Yeah, I'm kind of mostly done with my core stack. That's what you want to do as a stacker. You want to get your core stack and then later on you just buy little bits when you can. So I'm happy to dollar cost average in. If we get back down into this 28 to 26 zone, I'm happy to chuck a little bit more in and just average my cost down, or average it up technically, depending on where what my average cost is. My average cost is lower than where we are right now. I've been in this game for nearly 15 years, so it's a little bit lower than where we are right now. But I would consider getting back in there. But you might be different. You might be nowhere near done buying, and you want to see it getting lower and lower and lower, and you've still got to get your core stack. What is your core stack for you? Is it 100 ounces? Is it 1,000 ounces? Is it 10,000 ounces? What's your goal? Have you reached your goal? Post comments below. Have you reached your silver stacking goal? I might even do a separate video on that. So that is silver. I want to see it bounce from $28, no lower than there. Don't close the day or a week below there, and it's got to close above there on a day preferably. And that's you're just in this little trading range between 28 to 29. It's $1. Okay, so $1 difference is giving us the yay or nay. Out of interest from my new subscribers, my back in business level is over $29.80, closing any day over. $29.80 says back in business, baby. We're going to be pushing for 31. Closing any month above 31 is my final hurdle to say we are 100% in a bull market with silver. Blah, blah, blah. You know the deal if you're my previous subscribers. Hit the big red subscribe button to join the family, and hit the thumbs up button too. Helps with the algorithm. Yep, just in that trading range. That's all you need to know. So that is gold and silver. Gold to silver ratio is still trading within the indeterminate area. While we're in here, it is neither gold nor silver has confirmed it is going to reign supreme for the next months and years ahead. If we get above here, then it says gold is really probably going to take its time, a bit more time to outshine silver. So probably at least months, if not years, but at least months. And below here, the silver party continues, and we're just coming back down to these levels. And that's pretty much all you need to know. We're in the kind of no man's land for which one will overtake the other, which one sort of solidifies its place for the next, few months and even year ahead. So that's gold, silver ratio. Finally, platinum. Dang, man. Platinum on the weekly time frame, 953 US dollars. Again, we're not out of the woods, as I've been saying. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Looked like it was going to be invalidated, and I said down here, watch out for this area right here, this long-term downtrend line from February 2008. It was exact resistance. That's why trend lines and technical analysis do work, because it is market psychology. If enough people believe a certain trend line is a thing, then it becomes a thing via self-fulfilling prophecy. Does that make sense? Good. So we are really choppy with platinum, and it is my fickle mistress. It's like Lucy in the football. It fakes me out every time. While we're in this zone right here, I am depressed for platinum. I will still remain probably 80% certain at the moment that we see the best buy zone of 70-80%. Best buy zone of $900 hit, which happens to coincide with this uptrend line right there. You could call it $905. We're splitting hairs right here. It was good to see it come back and test here. We really want to see this whole 950, 953 US dollars. You want to see that close above. Closing back below here of that 945 level, that ain't good. We're definitely heading down, okay? I'm around about 80% sure at this stage. What negates that? Closing above this long-term downtrend line from February of 2008, above $980. If we close above $980 on a daily time frame, that absolutely signals to me that the head and shoulders pattern is invalidated, and we're actually going to be heading up for a decent bit, okay? And the getting excited area is anywhere over 1,020 US dollars, and for the new subscribers, 1,120 US dollars. Closing any month above that is 100% bull market. And then for platinum, and then we talk about all the higher prices coming, which they would be in my non-financial advice opinion. But for now, 80% sure we're heading down to the best buy zone, anywhere between 900 roughly down to 750, but watch out for that's 750 right there. Watch the big sort of support level at 840. Okay, that's pretty much it. That's gold, silver, platinum. Anything else we need to talk about? Well, we'll do some live looks at some Australian dollar to the US dollar, just for my Aussie subscribers. Heading back down, we had that fake out. Look at this. Epic fake out. Dang, that just faked us out. This is, just out of interest, this is good for us for gold and silver holders. As this is weakening against the US dollar, it's better for us for our gold and silver holdings. However, a weaker Australian dollar against the US dollar can mean more negative things on the con side for us in general economy stuff. So it really depends what you do for a living, how you get paid, blah, blah, blah. Okay, but we're coming back down probably to test here. Geez, man. If we test there so soon, if we test here again, that's heading down. I would give that more than a 50% chance. If we come close here, if we find a fake out here, yeah, fine. But man, if we touch here, 1, 2, 3, so close together, that is going down. And I would give you an 80% chance of that. If we touch here, that ain't going to bounce again, I think, in my opinion. And of course, I'm giving myself a 20% window to be wrong. We are trending down though on the weekly time frame, on the relative strength index, on the monthly time frame. Ouch. Again, good for us in gold silver terms, okay? But again, do we really want to be incredibly weakening against the US dollar? I don't know. Depends on the rest of the, what else is going on in the economy. All right, tell me your thoughts below. Do you really want to see a weaker Aussie dollar against the US dollar? Again, good for the stackers, but that's not looking good. That would say, epic fake out. Look at that spike. You don't like that? That is saying absolutely. If we break here, then we're heading down to 60 cents. If we break 60 cents, you see that previous support level there, then we are heading down to 55 cents. Ooh, and that's the lowest it's been since the start of this index. Jeez, from 2006. I haven't got a longer historical chart. What was even lower, but that's pretty darn low, right? We break there, definitely to 60. You can see that would be a very clear support level. You would bounce here at 60 for sure. Woo! Not good for the dollar, Australian dollar. That's the Australian dollar, US dollar, gold, silver, platinum, gold to silver ratio. Of course, you've got to know about my brand partner, Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au, Australia's first bullion dealer ever to offer free shipping on buying any kind of quantity. You boys and girls in the States have been so lucky over the years. You go to AppMex or you go to SD Bullion or you go to any of those ones, and it can be as little as like $300 US. Spend over $299 US, free shipping, and all of us in Australia over the years, over decades, have gone, what? Come on, why can't we do it here? And we have much larger shipping costs here. It's just a different microcosm here. We're a big island, so it costs more to import all your international coins and bars and all that sort of stuff. There are higher costs for us, higher wholesale costs, higher shipping costs within Australia. So no bullion dealer has ever dared to do it. They may have thought about it, but they never even gave it a go. Perth Bullion Exchange, who launched in May, based in Western Australia, in Perth there, of course, close to the Perth Mint and all those ones. They were the first to go, no, you buy over a certain amount, you get free shipping. You buy a tube of silver coins, free shipping Australia-wide. Sign-on delivery, express shipping, tracking, all that sort of stuff, fully insured as well, okay? They were the first company to do it. And I really respect that. And that's one of the reasons why they're my brand partner. They're also doing everything else that I would do if I was starting my own bullion business again. And they also run specials. So I know that the special will be coming out today. I don't know if it's up just yet, but I did hear what it was going to be. This week's special will be, and I don't think I have the link for it yet, but it will be. Yep, it's not up yet, but it will be. After probably 11 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, so 9 a.m. Perth time, it will be the maple grams in the 25. pack right there. So that'll be the special for this week for Perth Bullion Exchange. When I get the link, I'll put it below. You may not see it just yet, but if you're watching this on the replay, you may get that link. Well, when you do, you can go and purchase from Perth Bullion Exchange. And out of interest, here's where you get this free shipping thing as well. If you buy 3 of these, you get free shipping. However, to get free shipping, you don't just have to buy 3 of these. You can mix and match with any other product and also get free shipping so long as you have more than 20 or more items in your shopping cart. So for example, let's do this together, right? My shopping cart is empty, right? So if I bought 3 of these, because that's a quantity discount, I'd instantly get free shipping. But that's, 35, that's over 10 grand, it's like 12 grand, right? You don't need to spend 12 grand to get free shipping. You don't need to spend 3.5 grand to get free shipping. You can spend as little as, 20 silver coins and get free shipping. You can mix and match 5 of this, 4 of that, 3 of that, whatever, get free shipping. But out of interest, if you wanted to get this week's special on the Canadian maples, the 1 grammers, and they're great in the 25 pack, you break them off. So you're kind of like you're getting fractional, but also buying it in a bulk amount as well. So your premium's decent-ish for fractional gold in particular. But out of interest, right, I'll just add 1 to the shopping cart, right? Let's just quickly check this out. And then we're going to take your live requests. Someone remind me what that live request was. We're going to take a quick look at Tesla. There was something else, DJT. Someone wanted me to look at DJT, and I will take a quick look at that. So there's that, right? Australia Post, blah, 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 $23.50, okay? Now, if I bought 3 of those, because it qualifies for the discount right there, that would say free, shipping free, okay? However, let's go to silver, all right? Let's say I really want that deal, but I don't want to spend much more. I just want to get free shipping, okay? So what else could I add? And bear in mind, you only need to add enough to have 20 of any particular 20 items in the shopping cart. Doesn't matter what they are. So you could go here and buy. You could buy 19 1-ounce silver coins. Well, that's still going to be around about your. Geez, that's. What? Does that make sense? That doesn't make sense to me. Oh no, the half ounce. Sorry, that's half ounce. Jeez, you could buy 19 half. I'm looking at the price going, that doesn't make sense. No, you could buy 19 half ounce silver rounds right there. You could buy 3 of those, 4 of those, whatever. But if you want to be as cheap as possible, but you really want that maple gram 25 sheet, you could just buy 19 of the 1/10 ounce, right? So you could buy 19 of these at $8. So let's add 19 of those, right? So for an extra little bit more, you get your free shipping as well. So now look at that. Shipping is free because there are 1 plus 19, 20 or more in the shopping cart, free shipping. And you've spent an extra $153, but you're getting 1/10 ounce silver at the same time. So it all comes out in the wash, but you're getting free shipping. This is crazy for me. Anyway, that is my brand partner, Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au. That's been gold, silver, platinum analysis, gold to silver ratio, Australian to USD. My plug for Perth Bullion Exchange. Got to do it. Let's talk about a couple of things here. Tony Pearson says, makes perfect sense, Joe. Good. I'm glad. Let's do some quick shout-outs, some more shout-outs because people were coming in after I started the analysis. Ash's Gold Adventure, GMS. Great. Fantastic to see you. Of course, Tony Peterson. Chat Mum is in the house. Hello. Chris Phipps, good to see you again. CT says, I think we may see 2,500 this week. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Quite possibly. I'm not going to give you any kind of, thing on that. But as I said, when we break that trend line again, it will break through 2,500 that time. Whenever we do that, whether it's in weeks, today, next week, months from now, whenever we do break that trend line that I've been talking about, it won't just stay at 2,500. It will break 2,500. Easy. The Don, GMS, great to see you. Hit the like, guys, says Nakas O'Reilly. Geez, I agree. I'm waiting for the Brumby release. The new Australian Brumby is coming out. Is it? Excellent. Yes, okay. I got a free one of those last year. Was it this year? No, it was last year. I got a free one of those last year because I worked for a particular bullion dealer who was the exclusive distributor of that, and they each gave the staff members a free Australian Brumby, and I've got it right here. It's that one. I got that for free last year. It was, or was earlier this year? Earlier this year or late last year, I got that for free. Isn't that nice? 2023 Australian Brumby. Got to run. See y'all, says Mark at Florida. And see you, Mark. Great. I love the fact that you talk amongst each other. Okay, really quickly, we're going to do some quick live analysis. All right, I want to quickly show you. I'll do DJT, and then maybe I will look at Tesla, but we'll maybe look at that another day. But someone did last week say they wanted me to look at DJT. Now, I actually have been following DJT. It's the Donald J. Trump one, that Trump stock one, the media company one. Where is that? DJT, right here. Let me get it up for you. And let me show you the chart too. Right here. This is DJT. Someone wanted me to do this. I will do it really quickly. Yeah, look, here's the thing with DJT. It is obviously a Trump presidency win proxy. If Trump wins, watch that go like that. I think, unless it's the sell on the news event. Okay, but I can tell you right now, if Trump loses, bye-bye. In my humble opinion, I think that's pretty darn obvious. But let's look. That's fundamentals. Okay, I just really look at the technicals on this stuff. But let me quickly look at the technicals here on DJT. I considered buying some back here-ish, and I didn't. And it doesn't bother me that I didn't. Right here, obvious trend line. That is the most obvious trend line in human history. Are we on the logarithmic? Yes, we're on the logarithmic scale. And then the most obvious trend line is this one too. Duh. Right there and right there. Okay, very clear. Let me just take that to the sort of the nth degree right there. You can call that the apex right over there. There is no way. What doesn't happen? This goes out to 2028. So you could see, for example, if this only played within this range for a long, long time, then it would play in this range until maximum the start of 2028. Okay, it never gets to the apex. It always makes its decision either way out of a big trend line like this, out of a almost symmetrical triangle pattern. It makes its decision way before there. So this is on the monthly time frame. You'd be talking about around about the start, first quarter of 2027. I'm not saying it's going to range until there. I'm just giving you some technical analysis kind of stuff, right? You never get to the end, right? Because it doesn't get compressed and compressed and compressed in like, $1 moves, right? Or 1 cent moves. So it makes its move probably no later than first quarter of 2027. However, if DJT does get in, as I said, one of two things. It could either shoot up, and of course, this is really fun. It's really based on the fundamentals here. Let me just do some quick Fibonacci. Anything I can see here? That's probably it with that. Fibonacci right there from that high and that low. Okay, all right. Okay, yep, cool. I'll take it from right there. So you can see the high of 173. Now, this is before it became DJT. Okay, I've forgotten what it was called beforehand. $175. Then it turned to DJT somewhere around here-ish. I don't remember what it was called. This is back in September of 2021. Right there. And the lows of $12.30. Okay, gee, man, if you got in here, $12.50 and rode it to this peak recently of $80. Gee, good on you. Well done. So here's some very clear levels of resistance. And I am going to base it on this Fibonacci and this from this high and this low. And we do sort of simple support and resistance as well. Support and resistance as well. The key level that it needs to close above is $50. Okay, so on the monthly time frame, and I'll pop this in right here. DJT 50, call it $50.80. Just call it 50 even. Can we just do that? Is that cool? Great. Final hurdle monthly. close. I would call that final hurdle monthly close. Okay. No. I will call that getting excited. Sorry, my apologies. Getting excited because we would not be above this trend line right here. We wouldn't be above this trend line, okay? Final hurdle would be above this trend line, but I will say 0.382, 618 Fibonacci. I'll call it right here. That's really obvious though. You know, isn't that really obvious? It's really obvious. See, because it's a previous rough support line. Okay, so we'll call it $75 right there. Okay, so that's the final hurdle. Cool. Final hurdle. If you want to get into DJT before there, go for it, man. Who am I to tell you what to do? But I'm getting excited if when we close any month above $50, that's great. Then you would just have this hurdle right here. However, I would suggest that a couple of things. Here's the thing. Because this is a descending trend line, okay, the longer time goes by, the closer this becomes, right? So this is June of 2025. Okay, so for example, if for something happened in the fundamentals of the US presidential election where it was like basically guaranteed, you know, he's up in the polls by 10%, 15%, 20%, that's probably not going to happen. But let's just say if something comes out that says 2020 was, you know, sketchy, if it's something like absolute definitive proof that no one can deny, then you could actually see this creep up pretty quickly. And I would suggest that if we're going to creep up above $50 before the election, that's looking, everyone's really confident that DJT is going to win. And I would suggest if you come back and test this before November, it's really likely to be taken out. Although that it's hard because you've got the US election. So, you know, possible scenario of an infinite amount of scenarios is positive. Yeah, he's going to win. And if he does win, you could see a break. But if he does win also, you want to be aware of the sell on the news, okay? Buy the rumor that he's going to win. Oh, positive. Oh, it's so positive. He's going to, look, there's no chance he can't win. He wins, and then a bunch of whales go, thanks for that. Bloop, bloop. Now, what I would imagine will happen in that, if he wins and you have a sell on the news event, then I think that would be you'd find a support level somewhere, and then I think you would break. In my opinion, I don't think that's final sell on the news because Trump would be the president again, and that can only be good for the Trump proxy stock, right? It can only be good, I think, in my humble opinion, not financial advice. But then if we creep up and then, you know, we test 50 by around about the election time, and then he loses, watch that be massive resistance at $50. Okay, so that's, I guess, pretty much all I can say. Level here, getting excited, are over 50, but cautious. So hang on. Getting cautiously getting cautiously excited if you close $50 above there on a monthly time frame, and you're getting really excited. That's, you know, he won. It's broken through. You are getting absolutely excited for DJT stock, for both of them, when you close any month above $75. And that would say, oh yeah, man, we're heading higher and higher, and probably to the all-time high, and probably going to break an all-time high somewhere within his presidency. I would see you would break his all-time high, and then you would come to one of these kind of levels, maybe 275 to 400 something US. That's a non-financial advice opinion. I don't give opinions on individual stocks. If you're in stocks, you should probably just be looking at an index fund for the S&P 500, or if you're in a certain sector like a uranium thing, you buy an index fund for that. You buy an index fund for gold miners, for example. I don't give individual mining stock ideas and all that because you just want to spread your risk around. But I am in gold and silver specifically. And the physical stuff at that. So that's DJT. I won't do Tesla. I'm going to leave it at that, people. That's pretty much all you need to know. Any final questions or queries? Let's see. Tony Peterson says, I'm not a fan of that Perth mint changed. Oh, the original finish on the Brumby. Yeah, I like the uniformity. Yeah, so correct me if I'm wrong, but on this, let me do that. I'm going to do that so I can maybe even get my thumbnail, even though I've used this before. This might be my thumbnail. That is more of a matte finish on the background. Are you talking, Tony, that it used to be a more mirror finish on the in the background right there? Yeah, I like the more mirror finish stuff. But it's also harder to do, so it costs more and all that. If Trump loses, it doesn't warrant contemplating, as anarchy will ensue. Gold and silver. I don't know. It's really hard to say. We'll come back and test this theory, or talk about this theory again. Whether it's good for gold or bad for gold if Trump wins or loses. If he loses, it's just hard to say. It's hard to say what it would do. I don't know. I'm unsure. Spirit Field Mindset says it's guaranteed, just like 2020. You're talking about sketchiness. There will be some sketchiness tried, 100%. Of course, it's going to be tried. It's just whether it has ever succeeded in the past or not. My feeling is that it has succeeded in the past, particularly 2020. But as someone else says, and I'll credit them, Scott Adams, it's the what does he say? It's not his particular rule or law, but it makes sense. If there's enough incentive to do sketchy things, if there's enough incentive, if it's a large, complicated environment, which a US election or any election can be, particularly their elections because of the way they do them, and the way that the US elections are designed, and they are designed in a way that absolutely facilitates sketchiness. Like, it's designed to do it in that way. Because if they were trying to design it for no sketchiness, then you would have same-day voting, you would have paper ballots only, it would be mainly mail-in ballots would be limited to people who really can't get in, international people and, major disabilities, really old people, things like that. It would be, same-day voting, have a national holiday, do it on a weekend, all that kind of stuff, right? And count it all in the same day. That's the way you design it to be much less likely for sketchiness to happen. It's literally designed. Who designed it in the first place? Yeah, it can be both sides. Both sides are probably trying to do sketchiness. It's just one happens to be better at it than the other one. So guaranteed trying. I saw the stats on actual votes compared to breathing registered voters. Too many of the voting dead voted for, and I do agree with that. I do agree. Anyway, that is gold, silver, platinum, and this has been Good morning, Stackers, for your new week, Monday the 5th of August 2024. I've got clients to speak to. I've got lots of stuff to do today. Again, send me a message. Hit me up if you have a business or own a business that could benefit, and I know you can, from launching and growing on YouTube or other social media. If you've got social media and you're just kind of not sure, it's like, am I doing it okay? Even if you're hiring someone like an agency or, one of those big marketing companies, is it worth a second opinion? Come to me and we'll have a free Zoom call. We'll just have a discovery call and go, yes, is it working for you? And then, you might find that I could help you, or I could either do it for you, or I could help you create consistently engaging content. I could be your social media guy. Maybe, hey, if the price is right. money. You got to pay me, people, because I'm really good at what I do. I just happen to be really good at what I do. Jason Ashworth says, can't give people a holiday. Who's going to pay for that? Yeah, exactly. Knackers Riley says, another good show. Thanks, Joe. No problem. Have a great one. Yoel says, thanks, Joe. Lastly, Silver Shield released a design. Silver Shield released a design called The Voting Dead, featuring Thingo as a zombie in the foreground and a crowd of zombies in the background. Yeah, I can see that. That'll be a good design. Anyway, that is it, people. Let's go out with the theme music.
Oh, yeah.
That has been Good Morning Stackers. So tomorrow, make sure you have and get
Let's get in the groove.
And we'll do the...
Synchronized.
Oh, let's do that in the next 3 seconds. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Synchronized slurp.
Oh, yeah, we're feeling fine.
That is your final one for the day, people. Have a great day. Enjoy it. And you will see me, and I'll see you tomorrow. Hit the big red subscribe button to join the family. Stay safe. Stay informed. Keep stacking. See you tomorrow.